Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the USC Trojans. And the Trojans will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Notre Dame's offense will start this game off. These guys played a terrific game a year ago, final Saturday of the regular season. Close through halftime, tied at 14, but the Fighting Irish showed why they were bound for the national championship game and took home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat in capturing the shillelagh in the second half.
They took the shillelagh. Yeah, it was 14-14 at half. It was a really good football game, and then Notre Dame's defense just takes over. They scored 14 points, 100-yard interception return, 99-yard interception return. This kind of punched their ticket, Jesse, for the college football playoffs.
And it was Notre Dame being Notre Dame. You mentioned their defense. They also ran the ball extremely well. Jadarian Price, Jeremiah Love, both had huge games on the ground. So able to control the football, you know, that's going to be a big key for Marcus Freeman's squad in this one with a Jules Shillelagh up for grabs.
Wants to throw. It's Carr. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense has it. They're on the move.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USC! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
False start off offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
He breaks a tackle. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Using the quick game. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He makes a fair catch. Couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Try to move the chains on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for room. It's Love. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
All down, but they'll move the the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Flips it out on the screen. He's loose. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here's the handoff. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Carr. Finds his big tight end. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Purdy on the Jets. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's locked. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going to run it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
The Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Mayaba. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Trojans are marching down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Finds his big tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That is just a sideline play. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr. This time it's complete. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, the jeweled shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the run, it's Sanders. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They'll go to the ground. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab, it's Coleman. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Takes a handoff. It's Love. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run it on the counter. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a boneheaded moment. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Irish send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Sanders. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Makes the grab. It's Lane. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they go back on top.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Quickly complete. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He'll keep it himself. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Here come the Irish back on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Might be changing the route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Gets it out fast. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Trying play action. Here's a heat. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by just 4 to Ole Miss. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up.
Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute.
Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And the offense chooses to be aggressive and go down the field to try to make the big play. Listen, that's a good thing. It's good to be aggressive, but now you got to live with it a little bit here on 3rd down, because now it's 3rd and long after 2 incompletions, and the defense, they know you're going to pass the football, so you got to have an answer here on 3rd down.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Back to pass, it's Carr. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They just keep firing. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs. He's looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt and a jeweled shillelagh at his side after knocking off the Fighting Irish. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.